Establishment crumbling. Polls show Mitch McConnell Senate allies' approval ratings in a freefall. A Politico Morning Consult poll released on Tuesday for a third quarter shows plunging approval ratings for most incumbent senators from both parties among all voters. Republican establishment senators aligned with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to see even more dramatic declines in their net approval ratings among likely Republican primary voters, as reported in data du jour per Morning Consult by Politico Playbook. The average senator's approval rankings has dropped by 8 net percentage points since the first quarter of 2017. Among the 25 senators with the largest approval drops over that time period, 18 are Republicans and 7 are Democrat. Susan Collins' net approval among Maine Republicans dropped from plus 38% to negative 2% over the last quarter, a 40-point swing. Lisa Murkowski's net approval among Alaskan Republicans dropped from plus 33% to plus 2%, a 31-point swing. Dean Heller's net approval among Nevada Republicans dropped from plus 41% to plus 16%, a 25-point swing. McConnell is the least popular senator and growing increasingly unpopular. The Senate Majority Leader maintains his title as the least popular senator in America, with 33% of Kentucky voters approving that 55% disapproving. This represents a net 15% drop since quarter 2. Among all voters, Republicans' establishment senators fared poorly well. The most dramatic swings in approval came for Republican Shelley Moore Capita and Senator Cory Gardner. Their net rankings both went down 18 percentage points, Politico Playbook noted. In Kentucky, 1/3 of voters approved of McConnell's job performance, while 55% of voters said that they disapproved, more than any other senator. In Vermont, 71% of voters approve of Sanders, while 22% disapprove of Sanders, who ran a stronger than expected race in 2016 for the Democratic presidential nominee. McConnell's net approval, the difference in his approval and disapproval percentages, dropped 15 percentage points, the third largest drop in the Senate from the second quarter according to the survey. The slide came as he failed to advance Obamacare repeal, a key pillar of the GOP's political agenda since the law's enactment in 2010. Only 33% of Kentucky voters approve of McConnell's performance on the job, while 55% disapprove. That is a drop of 8 points in McConnell's approval rating of 41% at the end of the second quarter, and the 7-point increase in his second quarter disapproval rating of 48%. Only Senator Bob Menendez, currently on trial for public corruption on bribery, fared worse than McConnell in terms of third quarter approval. New Jersey's voters gave him only a 32% approval rating, while 41% disapproved of his job performance. Menendez's 7-point approval rating declined in a single quarter from 39% at the end of the second quarter, should set off alarm bells for Democratic Party officials in the state, who will be faced with a decision about how to respond to the outcome of Menendez's trial, which is scheduled to go to jury for deliberation within days. If found guilty, the question will become when and how Menendez should be asked to resign. If found not guilty, Menendez might still face a tough battle for re-election. His approval ratings have dipped so low should he become the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate seat in 2018, the unthinkable might be a possibility. A strong GOP candidate taking a surprise November 2018 victory over the tainted Democrat. The poll results should be taken with more than a grain of salt, however, due to its unusual methodology. While most reliable professional polls are conducted over a 2 or 3 day period of 500 to 1,500 respondents using phone interviews to get the most accurate snapshot of opinion at any moment of time, the Morning Consult poll is conducted online over a 3-month period beginning June 1st and ending September 30th on more than 250,000 respondents in 50 states, an average of 5,000 respondents per state, and is online only. With that caveat in mind, it is probably best to consider the poll results a lengthy rolling average that may show trends over time when comparing second quarter results with third quarter results of approval and disapproval ratings of senators among all voters. Among the incumbent senators who are up for re-election in 2018, whose approval ratings are under 50%, always a danger sign for incumbents, are Senator Jeff Flake with a 33% approval, 48% disapproval rating, approval down 4 points, explaining perhaps why he has said that he will not run for re-election. Senator Tom Tillis, with a 38% approval, 41% disapproval rating, approval down 3 points. Senator Dean Heller, with a 39% approval, 30% disapproval rating, approval down 2 points. Senator Claire McCaskill, with a 42% approval, 39% disapproval rating, approval down 4 points. Senator Tammy Baldwin, with a 41% approval, 38% disapproval rating, approval down 1 point. Senator Bob Casey, with a 43% approval, 32% disapproval rating, approval down 3 points. Senator Deb Fischer, with a 45% approval, 35% disapproval rating, approval down 4 points. Senator Debbie Stabenow, with a 45% approval, 36% disapproval rating. Senator Orrin Hatch, with a 46% approval, 41% disapproval rating, approval down 6 points. Senator Sherrod Brown, with a 47% approval, 28% disapproval rating, approval down 3 points. Senator Joe Donnelly, with a 47% approval, 26% disapproval rating, approval down 6 points. 2 other Democratic senators up for re-election in 2018 are slightly over 50%, but have each seen their net approval ratings drop 9 points in the past quarter. Senator Joe Manchin, with a 53% approval, 36% disapproval rating, approval down 4 points. Senator Heidi Heitkamp, with a 55% approval, 32% disapproval rating, approval down 5 points. Not so long ago, Republican U.S. Senate candidate Tom Campbell's campaign released polling showing the challenger ahead of incumbent Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Rob Port wrote at North Dakota's popular Say Anything blog on Tuesday. There was much scoffing about the poll, as perhaps there should be for any survey conducted and released by Politico Campaign, but now new members from Morning Consult indicate that there may be something to the Campbell's numbers. Earlier this summer, Morning Consult measured Heitkamp's popularity among North Dakotians at 60% with just 28% disapproval. That was good enough to make Heitkamp the 11th most popular member of the U.S. Senate. But now that the same poll shows Heitkamp's popularity has fallen, her approval rating is down to 55% and her disapproval rating is up to 32%. Heitkamp is still above water, but the news isn't good for the incumbent, who is widely seen as vulnerable heading into the 2018 election. The only bright spot for the Democrats among the senators up for re-election in 2018 is Senator Jon Tester, who has seen his approval ratings climb to 53%, while his disapproval ratings had dropped to 33%. Other notable ratings of senators not up for re-election in 2018. Senator Lisa Murkowski, with a 49% approval, 38% disapproval rating, approval down 6 points. Senator John McCain, with a 46% approval, 44% disapproval rating. Senator Cory Gardner, with a 40% approval, 29% disapproval rating, approval down 8 points. Senator Susan Collins, with a 62% approval, 30% disapproval rating.